welcome to Classified, where we take your favorite fandoms and transport them into the world of Dungeons & Dragons.
In this series, we discuss D&D classes and where your favorite characters fit in.
I'm Fray.
I'm SHDU.
Today we're going mythic with Percy Jackson and the Olympians, specifically the main characters from Season 1 on the Disney Plus series.
Yes, the Disney Plus series specifically. We may be getting into the books as well.
True.
So, for all of those, possible spoilers ahead. Let's get into it.
Let's get into it.
Alright. So first up is Percy Jackson. Or Percy Jackson. So, for Percy Jackson, I said Horizon Walker Ranger.
He doesn't wear a cowboy hat. They don't even go to Texas.
He could probably pull off cowboy hat, though.
Not with his cute little curls. No.
Horizon Walker Rangers, specifically, are rangers that essentially guard the world against extraplanar threats and things of that nature. That pretty well describes Percy and his quest, and of course, if you know the story of the rest of the books, that's basically the whole story. Is him protecting against extraplanar stuff.
I think it's great that the Texas Rangers have accepted him as one of their own.
So, and Ranger itself just seems like that kind of person. He seems like, okay, I know where I'm going, I know what I'm doing, especially in the series.
Well, and then you see in the actual series where they show that he's been in so many different schools, and he's been...
Right.
So it's like he doesn't fit in anywhere, which I think that is
Feels
part
very
of the
Ranger
thing.
Yeah,
so, I can
they're
see
wanderers.
That. Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
So I one up to you and went with Monk.
Okay.
Well, he doesn't need to have weapons because he's got the Poseidon power, which is what I just decided to call it. He finds out that he has powers like Ki, and he can use that. Like, he can use extra things by using Ki. Because, like, he did. Remember in the one where they're at the arch, and he used it so he didn't die?
That wasn't him.
But then he uses it at the beach. He actually
does
use the power.
He does use the powers there.
Yeah. So he's coming into these. So I feel like he's a monk. And he uses them to help complete the quest. And then he has a pin that transforms into a sword, which I think is also very monk-like, because, it's like he can put it in a pocket. Maybe it's just that people that have played monk in all the campaigns that I have been in with monks, they just really like daggers. And I think that's really, named them the daggers of Petty. Next, we're going on to, because, obviously we're going to have a huge fight about Percy. It may come to blows. But next we're going to Annabeth Chase. Now, I went a little bit different because normally I'm like, oh, this is what they feel and these are their motivations. And I went with her hat. I was obsessed with her hat. If I could have a baseball cap that turned me invisible, I would totally use it all the time, and not to sneak peeks at people just so people would leave me alone. But maybe I would fight crime. I don't know. I said rogue.
Oh.
And so, yeah, I know that's really odd because you think rogue, rogues are bad guys, right? But I don't think so, because rogues are sneaky and they're more about stealth and strategy than they are about brute force. Mm-hmm. So if we're talking about, because Annabeth's mom is Athena, mm-hmm. and she's the goddess of wisdom, and she's the goddess of strategy. And mm-hmm. so I took it for that. You don't always have to have the biggest army to win. Sometimes you can be sneaky and win.
Yeah.
And I think Athena uses all of that to win, whereas Ares is more war. Like, how do you win a war? And Athena is, how do you win this battle to help you win the war?
Right.
That's what really I keyed into. And so I said that she uses her mother's gift to disappear and uses unconventional thinking to outsmart her foes. And she really does that throughout the whole thing. Okay. She's the one that talks about the lotus flower at the casino. She's the one that's telling him, no, this is what it is. Percy's always the last one to know everything. We know that. But
that's right.
and she's usually the one that gets them out of the things. Like, oh no, if we do this, then this will happen. If we do this, she's thinking ahead, and she's thinking about how to do it. I mean, the first time her and Percy are in like a fighting type of situation, she uses that ball cap and uses him as bait, and win. Like, to me, a rogue doesn't have to be a bad person.
No,
they just rationalize their strategy to make sure that they're okay with themselves. I don't know. I kind of lost it there.
Okay.
Sorry.
No,
I started strong.
I
and
see
then
where you're coming from, but I went something completely different. I went with Devotion Paladin.
Okay.
I definitely latched onto the whole, like, strategy and unconventional and all of that.
Oh, that's cool. That we both kind of did that. Yeah,
I'll read my explanation here. Snarky and confident, Annabeth is faithful to her mother Athena to a fault. What I interpreted the whole strategy thing is, oh, she's the child of Athena. Less, this is, oh, she's a rogue, she's whatever. It's more, oh, she's a paladin, so she's kind of imitating her mother, or has that kind of baked into her, in a way.
Well, and I think, as far as, like, the whole, like, the concept of the show and everything, it's that they take on aspects of their parents.
We could have just cheated here. Mm-hmm. All of them are divine soul sorcerers.
That's true. We could.
All of them are divine, because that is literally what a divine soul sorcerer is. As of the recording of this, we have not gotten to the sorcerer drills classes, but I literally make a Percy Jackson joke. I hear Camp Half-Blood's nice this time of year. And the reason I didn't go cleric there is simply because she seems like more of a fighter than a healer.
Yeah, she's not really support.
She's very much like she's gonna fight.
I mean, if anything, of those three, I would say Grover's probably more support.
Yeah.
Than anything.
Yeah. Grover! So yes, Grover Underwood. I said Fey Wanderer Ranger. My little explanation is trepidatious but protective of his friends. Grover cares much for his people and seeks to make them proud. Fey Wanderer should be fairly obvious.
I mean,
he basically is a
satyr.
Fey. I mean, that's basically what a Fey... Like,
he's a satyr.
Yeah, in D&D, there are satyrs. They are Fey. And he's a ranger. He's obviously a ranger.
That's a slam dunk on the Fey.
Well, no, like, the whole concept of are they Wayfinders? Or what are they? What are they called?
Oh,
they're trying to find Pan.
Yeah. I think they are Wayfinders or something like that. Where they go on that mission.
They're not Pathfinders, but it's Finder of something.
Yeah, they like Pan Finders, and I don't know.
It's not Pan Finders.
I know it's not Pan Finders.
Pan Finders would be
that would have
fun,
been really cool, and I think Rick Jordan really dropped the ball on that. I said Ranger.
Oh, hey.
And like I agree with you with the Fey Wanderer. That totally seems there. I said he is a satyr, and they roam the world looking for Pan. He is waiting to get his mission to find Pan, and while he waits, he helps his friend Percy complete his quest. Castilian.
No.
So I said that he was a rogue. I feel like this is pretty, like, I mean, he's set up to be a rogue in this. Anyway, he isn't what he seems. And that's a very rogue thing, because they are about, like, disguises and different things like that. Now, granted, he doesn't literally disguise himself. He just disguises the type of person he is until we find out that he's the actual lightning thief. So that was kind of where I was going with that. He's good at the sneak attack. He gives gifts meant to stop the heroes while pretending to be on their side. So, because the sneakers and stuff, and yeah, he gives them all these, like, oh, you need to go here, and that's like where they don't go. If they go there, he derails their plans as much as possible.
I latched onto his philosophy more than I think you did.
Oh, okay.
So I said he is a warlock of the Great Old One.
Wow, that sounds like weird.
It is! I said, kind and caring, Luke turns out to have resistance to the idea that the gods should rule at all, leading his good intentions to corrupt him and serve the elder titan Kronos. I think pretty squarely he's a warlock. Because he has made a deal. He's made a deal with a evil extraplanar entity. Not that warlocks have to be evil, but he's made a deal with an extraplanar entity, and that makes him a warlock. For power, but also for his own devices. And I think that is a just, textbook definition of warlock. And great old one, because Kronos is the closest thing they have to, like, Lovecraftian Eldritch.
I mean, you can be wrong.
Next is Chiron.
Chiron.
Who is Percy Jackson's teacher initially, and also renowned centaur.
Yes.
Yes.
Like, he actually trains heroes. Like, in the Greek myths, he also trains the heroes. Like, he trains Hercules and a whole bunch of people. And so, yeah.
So I said he is an Order of Scribes wizard, which I also really like. So I said, a teacher and guide for young half-bloods. Chiron is the old sage figure to Percy and the party. He's an old sage. He knows a lot.
Okay.
And has studied, mythology and, I guess, reality. And I think he's definitely a wizard because he's kind of that old sage character, which is what I really picked up on.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, I went with Bard.
I'm sorry, what?
He convinces Percy of his worth, and he gives advice. His art is his counsel, and he teaches the students of Camp Half-Blood. So I feel like he is a bard. So he is giving them that information. He doesn't really go and fight in this one, and he's just there to teach and train. He's there to be that person to keep them on the path that they need to be on. And I just feel like that's Bard. And bards have, like, a certain kind of magic, and that would be what he would use to conceal himself as a centaur when he's out in the real world.
We can debate this later.
Okay.
I have some thoughts.
So now let's move on to Clarissa.
I think it's just Clarice.
Clarice?
I think
Why did I call her Clarissa? Oh, probably because Clarissa explains it all. All right, so Clarice LaRue. And as the daughter of Ares, I said she was a fighter. That she dominates when using weapons and brute force. She's versatile and intimidating. Okay. She does know how to use different weapons.
I understand the... You know what? I agree with all of that. Mm-hmm. Yet I did not say fighter.
Okay.
I said zealot barbarian.
Oh, here we go.
Rude and arrogant with much of her father's influence, Clarice becomes slightly more sympathetic to Percy near the end of the story. So, barbarian.
Does she, though? We don't really see her get that close to Percy.
She got...
I think she was fighting for the camp and not for Percy.
Yeah, well, it was that too, but I think she is a zealot then to her father and really embraces his personality and general vibes. And then barbarian for obvious reasons. Alright, and then finally we have Alecto.
A.K.A. Megan Mullally.
Who is the only villain on this, because it's not really much of a villain in the first season. I said she is a hunter ranger.
Interesting.
I said a fairly standard fury serving Kronos. Spoilers. Alecto chases Percy and his party until being confronted by him and turned to stone by Medusa's head.
Well, then she comes back at the end. She's actually working for Hades. She wasn't working for Kronos. So.
Or working for Hades. Still. I said she is a hunter ranger because she is able to expertly track down Percy and his party at every turn. And is, like, always hot on their trail and everything. I think that is a very hunter ranger thing. And what did you go for?
I said paladin.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I could. Okay, I could see that.
She is singularly focused on getting Percy and will use any weapon she can to accomplish that goal. She's given this task by the Greek gods of Olympus, which means paladin, baby. She was given the task by gods, and she is singularly focused on it.
I could see that. I don't. Again, I have thoughts.
Okay.
As usual. And now we get on to our Dungeon Master List. Which today is, of course, called the Camp Half-Blood roster.
I like that.
Yeah.
Good title.
Thank you. Alright, so we're beginning with Percy.
We're not just co-hosts.
She's also my mother. First up is Percy. I said Horizon Walker Ranger, you said monk.
And I still think it's great that the Texas Rangers really like Walker.
God's sakes, look.
I'm sorry, I can't not see that.
He is protecting the world from extraplanar threats. Plus, I think the whole, he's got a pin that turns into a sword, is almost more Bard-like.
The reason it's because of the water. It was just that he kept doing all the water stuff, and like the water healed him and stuff like that. And I just feel like that's like the key part of it. And then that...
If we wanted to latch on to the water, then we go like Sorcerer. We go like Storm Sorcerer or something.
Okay, I guess we could do that.
Or,
but yeah, no, I'm okay with Horizon Walker Ranger.
Then we have Annabeth, who I said Paladin for, and you said Rogue for.
I find that really interesting because I feel like these two types, like these two classes, are so diametrically opposed.
Yeah,
and I just think it's funny that like you went like super like lawful and all that, and I went like the least lawful.
I see her as very lawful.
See, and I don't, because I feel like she's one of those people that she knows the laws and the rules so well
that she knows how to break.
She knows how to break them.
Okay.
And so that's how, like, I think that's what it is. I think she's gone beyond Paladin. Like, I could even see if she were like a fallen Paladin.
An Oathbreaker.
I
feel like, while we are diametrically opposed here, I almost feel like I have picked up on Annabeth at the beginning of the season. You've picked up on her at the end of the season.
Okay. Yeah, I could see that. Yeah, she doesn't talk about her mom that much.
I was mostly thinking of the Medusa episode.
I could see that. Yeah, I mean, I could see
because
that.
Because it's the whole thing where she is still ardently defending her mother and the gods in general and all of that. And I feel like that's a very Paladin thing. Paladins tend to reflect the gods they serve.
I could see that.
And so if you serve
just like the clerics, like, you know, like you serve a chaos god as a cleric,
then you're gonna
be more chaotic than
right,
if you
exactly. Yeah. It's like you serve as a paladin, you serve Loki. You're gonna be a trickster.
That's true.
As as a paladin, or or you're serving
Yeah, but wouldn't
Bahamut.
Loki be more of like the god of the rogues?
Yeah. But if you're a paladin of Loki, you're going to be more like a rogue. So paladin? Paladin, Annabeth's paladin.
Yep.
Grover!
Grover!
I said he is a Fey Wanderer Ranger.
And I said Ranger, so we both had it, so...
He's a Ranger. Easy enough. Luke Castellon. I said he is a Warlock of the Great Old One.
And I said he's a rogue.
Said rogue.
Well, I think it's the disguising aspect, because he makes them think that he's their friend and he doesn't know who the lightning thief is. He plants the lightning bolt in Percy's backpack, so he wants Percy to get caught. He wants Percy to get in trouble. So that's why I'm saying he's a rogue.
Why is he doing these things?
Well, I mean, he has a reason, but rogues have a reason.
Right. But his reason isn't a very roguish reason, is it?
Because his dad didn't love him enough, is what he's saying.
Oh, I thought it was that he didn't really like the gods.
He says the gods are deadbeat parents.
Mm-hmm.
And they don't deserve to be the gods anymore, so he wants to overthrow them. But the reason he thinks they're deadbeat parents is because his father was a deadbeat dad.
Okay, I'm good with rogue. We'll do rogue.
Yay.
I feel like you're just winning these. Chiron! I said Order of Scribes Wizard. You said Bard.
Well, I was really more doing it like silver-tongued devil, like he can talk him into stuff. But I'm thinking about it. We've had a little time to think in between telling what it was and kind of doing our argument, so to speak. And I think Warlock of the Great Old One. I kind of like that. I think that's
Luke. You're looking
that's
at Luke.
Luke. No, Order of the Scribes Wizard. Yeah, I know that was it.
Again, my main argument is old sage. I don't think a bard is an old sage.
That's true. I'm totally okay with that.
Great. Clarice, I said zealot barbarian, and you said fighter.
I don't think barbarian. I think it's got to be something else. We don't see enough of her. Well, no, that's true. She does have that. Pretty much.
I think we don't see
attack.
enough of her as like the thesis here.
Yeah, we don't see enough.
So, the parts we do see, she's vain and vindictive, and
threatening.
And I feel like a barbarian seems intimidating.
Okay, we'll do.
To me, I would say barbarian.
Yeah, we'll do barbarian.
I also think her father's a barbarian. And then finally is Electro. You said paladin.
Uh-huh.
I said hunter ranger.
I'm not giving this paladin thing up.
Look, I feel like ranger fits what she does more. She is a tracker. She tracks. Enough said. She's a ranger. You can make the argument for paladin. You can make the argument for paladin for all of these people.
That is true because they are very god-related.
I could have made the argument for paladin with Clarice.
Mm-hmm.
They're all paladins, or they're all clerics, or whatever. Or they're all sorcerers. Like, I feel like it's more...
Except Chiron.
I feel like we need to go beyond the whole paladin thing. Or beyond the whole... Because, yeah, they're all religious, because they have to be, because it's objectively... They're our gods.
That's true. It's all about the children of the gods. So, yeah, I mean, that's kind of a given, isn't it? All right,
yeah.
okay.
And, yeah, she's
I
more
will
connected.
give you Hunter Ranger... But next season, it's on, and I'm not giving you anything.
I'll get you, Fraygirl!
And your little dog, too. Which you can see those shorts on our channel.
Our final list is Percy Jackson as a ranger, Annabeth Chase as a paladin, Grover Underwood as a ranger, Luke Castellan as a rogue, Chiron as a wizard, Clarice as a barbarian, and Electo as a ranger. There's a lot of rangers.
That's your fault.
It's like 3 rangers. I have been SHDU.
I have been Fraygirl.
And we will see you next time on Classified.
Bye, everybody. Have fun
Bye.
storming Olympus.
What?